In this video, I'll show you how to solve the ALEKS problem called calculating and using the molar mass of heterodiatomic compounds. This problem is going to give you an amount, a unit, and a molecule. Your unit is either going to be in moles or maybe it's going to be in grams, and it's going to ask you to convert that unit to a new unit. To solve this problem, you're going to start by writing the amount, the unit, and the molecular formula. So I'm going to begin by writing 0.0900. My unit is moles. My molecular formula is BES. It is possible that your unit might be gram. If this is telling you that you're starting with grams, then you would write grams here. We are going to then multiply this by a conversion factor that is going to allow us to cancel out this unit that we don't want anymore. So whatever unit, whatever you have written right here in terms of the unit and the molecule, you're going to copy it down here on the bottom of this fraction. So if you have grams, then down here you're going to have grams as well. On the top of this fraction, we want to write whatever unit we're trying to figure out. So this problem is asking me to solve for grams of BES, so I want that on top. If your problem was asking you to solve for moles, then you would have your moles on top, you'd have grams down on the bottom. And then all that we have left to do is fill in a conversion factor. The conversion factor that we're going to use here, the relationship between moles and grams, is the molecular weight. So we need to figure out the molar mass of BES. We're going to do that by taking the atomic masses from the periodic table. Beryllium is 9.012 and sulfur is 32.066. We're going to add those up to give us the molar mass of BES. 9.012 plus 32.066 is 41.078. So once we know that number, 41.078 is my number, 41.078 is the number of grams of BES in 1 mole of BES. So whatever number you calculate up here, that is however many grams you have in a mole. And what we're going to do is take these numbers and we're just going to match them up with our conversion factor. So my 41.078, that's how many grams I have, put 41.078 in 1 mole. Now I do want to point out that if you're starting with units of grams, that means you have units of grams on the bottom of your fraction and you have units of moles on the top of your fraction. That means that your number, 41.078 or whatever it might be, that's going to end up down on the bottom of your fraction because that number has to go along with the gram unit. When we have this set up correct, the mole units are going to cancel and we're going to be left with the units that we're trying to figure out. 0.09 times 41.078 is 3.696702 grams. ALEKS wants this to 3 significant figures, so it's going to be a little bit tricky with the rounding. I'm going to keep these digits right here. I've got to do quite a bit of rounding here. That's going to be 3.70 grams.